The laughter started quietly. A few smirks. A whisper passed between uniforms. Someone pointed at the ink on her forearm, dark, precise, unmistakable. "Nice tattoo," one voice said, not bothering to hide the mockery. She didn't respond, just rolled her sleeve down slowly. What they didn't know was that the insignia they were laughing at was earned in blood, and in less than a minute the room would realize just how badly they'd misjudged her. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you were watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Name was Lieutenant Maya Cross, and she had learned long ago how to survive judgment in silence. The bass was loud with routine boots on concrete, radios crackling, metal doors slamming, but beneath it all was something sharper. Scrutiny. She felt it everywhere, not because she was weak, but because she was different. Female. Quiet. Marked. The tattoo sat just below her sleeve line, hidden most of the time. A trident intertwined with a number few recognized. Those who did never laughed. It wasn't decoration. It was a memory. A promise. A grave marker for people who never came home. She hadn't planned on anyone seeing it today, so the comment came from a junior officer, careless and loud, eager to impress his peers. "Didn't know we were allowing custom art now," he said. Laughter followed. Few others joined in, nervous, cruel, ignorant. Maya's jaw tightened. Not in anger but restraint. She told herself to let it go, to keep walking, to stay invisible. But then she noticed the commander approaching from across the hangar. Commander Nathan Hale, SEAL, decorated, observant. His eyes locked onto the recruits first, then drifted to her, and then paused. He stopped walking. The air shifted. Conversations thinned. Even the laughter died mid-breath. Hal stepped closer, eyes fixed not on Maya's face, but on the edge of ink just visible at her wrist. His expression hardened. "Who," he said calmly, "approved that insignia?" No one answered. The silence stretched, heavy and uncomfortable. Dust hung in the sunlight, pouring through the open hangar doors. A radio crackled somewhere, then went quiet. Maya felt her pulse in her ears. This was the moment she'd feared. Exposure. Judgment from someone who mattered. She prepared herself for the worst. Hale took another step forward. "I asked a question." The junior officer swallowed. "Sir, it's just a tattoo." Hale's head snapped up. His voice didn't rise, but it cut deeper than shouting. "That is not just a tattoo. That insignia is restricted, is awarded, and it is never worn lightly." He turned to Maya. For a moment his gaze searched her face, not for defiance, but truth. "Where did you earn it?" Her throat tightened. Memories flooded in, cold water, screams swallowed by waves. Orders shouted through chaos, faces she could still see when she closed her eyes. She met his gaze, bearing straight. "Joint operation." 3 years ago. A breath left the room. Hale straightened slowly. Then, something remarkable happened. He nodded. Respect. Immediate. Undeniable. He turned back to the group, voice now carrying authority that needed no amplification. "That insignia represents one of the highest-risk joint extractions conducted in the last decade. If you laughed at it, you laughed at sacrifice." No one moved. Some looked at the floor. Others stared at Maya, as if seeing her for the first time. Not as an outsider, but as someone who had endured what they had only studied. Maya felt a strange mix of emotions, relief, vulnerability, and something close to grief. She hadn't wanted this moment, but she needed it. Hale's tone softened slightly. Lieutenant Cross didn't need to explain herself. She shouldn't have had to. He paused. "But now you know." The junior officer's face burned red. "Sir, I didn't." Hal raised a hand. "Enough." He turned to Maya again. "You all right?" She nodded once. That was all she could manage. Around them, the bass slowly resumed its rhythm, but it felt different now. Quieter, heavier. Like everyone had been reminded that strength often walks silently. Later, as Maya stood alone near the hangar's edge, she rolled her sleeve down again. Not in shame, but choice. The tattoo wasn't for them. It never was. She thought about the moral line she walked every day. Should she hide to stay safe? or reveal herself and risk misunderstanding? There was no easy answer. Only the quiet resolve to keep going. Hell stopped beside her. You didn't react. She shrugged slightly. Didn't seem necessary. A faint smile touched his face. That's how I knew it was real. They stood in silence for a moment, listening to the wind move through steel and canvas. Because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. As Maya walked away, sunlight catching the faint outline beneath her sleeve, she carried her past with her not as a burden, but as proof. Proof that mockery fades, truth endures, and respect, when earned, needs no explanation. If this story moved you, tell me in the comments what moment hit you hardest. And subscribe to Whispered Words for more stories where quiet courage speaks louder than laughter.